Hey guys, I'm Combat Craig and I'm a Desert Storm veteran. And today we're going to be talking about burn pits. In 2011, adjust my monitor here a little bit. In 2011, government research on burn pit symptoms and long-term effects of burn pits failed to take into account the growing evidence of burn pit symptoms reported by service members. Carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and hydrogen cyanide are produced by burn pits and could potentially be causes of burn pit symptoms. These were not measured in the government study. What a shocker. They left stuff out. So we're going to cover 5 things that you should know about burn pit symptoms. What are considered burn pit symptoms? Origins of burn pit symptoms. What do we know about burn pits? What do I need to do to report my burn pit symptoms? And can I get compensation or a VA rating for burn pit symptoms for issues relating to burn pits? So if you're new around here, welcome. Also, type a comment in and say you're new so I can say hello to you. And if you have a question, put the word or the letter Q in front of it so we know. I know it's a question for me, so I don't get sucked into the comments. And got the Clyde cam going. So we don't have greenies for Clyde tonight, but we have hot dogs for him. So we'll see if the super chat thing works better tonight. All right, so let's see. All right, let's get into it. So, as I was saying, government left out a bunch of stuff considered a presumptive condition. Lots of different stuff happened. I mean, think about it. They're burn pits, right? Like everything was burned in them. And if you have symptoms or were around burn pits, leave me a comment and let me know, what happened, what you experienced. So what are considered burn pit symptoms? Symptoms of burn pit exposure vary greatly depending on what was burned at the site. Pretty much everything was burned in these things. Large bases burn waste that consisted generally of 5 to 6% plastics, 6 to 7% wood, 3 to 4% miscellaneous non-combustibles. That's kind of funny. Not funny if you're breathing it, but just miscellaneous non-combustibles according to this report. 1 to 2% metals, and 81 to 84% combustible materials. Further details on waste composition were not available. An exhaustive list of the chronic issues associated with the burn pits may be impossible to create. They're getting on it, but it's the VA and the government and stuff. So by the time they figure this whole thing out, we're all going to be in our 70s. Any of us that are Gulf War veterans. So get registered with the burn pit registry. And if you have if you're a Gulf War veteran and you have any of these things, neurologic effects, CNS function, liver toxicity and reduced liver function, cancer, respiratory toxicity and morbidity, kidney toxicity and reduced kidney function, blood effects, cardiovascular toxicity and morbidity, reproductive and developmental toxicity. Well, I'm having problems spitting it out tonight. Lots of different categories, right? Got a sweet little infographic here, so you can get the nice infographic version of this. Burn pit symptoms caused by exposure, right? So some of the symptoms in the neurological conditions, part are Parkinson's disease, stroke, peripheral neuropathy. These are some. Obviously, they haven't identified everything they're burning and everything that happened. So I'm sure there's going to be, rolling more out. Bunch of heart and blood conditions, hypertension, peripheral vascular disease, ischemic heart disease, non-ischemic cardiomyopathy, to name a few. Some respiratory conditions that you might suffer from are asthma, constructive bronchiolitis, and COPD. And this is the big shocking list of cancers, right? Bladder, bone, prostate, kidney, intestinal, leukemia, tonsil, lymphomas, lung cancer, Hodgkin's, non-Hodgkin's, lymphoma, soft tissue sarcoma, multiple myeloma. That's like the biggest list so far. And then if that's not enough, here's a few more. Type 2 diabetes, lupus, autoimmune disorders. And this particular list was compiled by the New York State Division Veterans Services. Just kind of going through the neurological conditions a little bit. Stroke, you probably know, it's a stroke. Parkinson's disease, peripheral neuropathy, that's where you have tingling in your arms, legs, fingers, or toes, numbness, tingling, weird sensations. Ischemic heart disease, commonly referred to as clogged arteries. It's basically the same list that I just went over, so we'll just kind of scroll through there. And I'm going to take a quick little break and hop into the comments here. I don't see any super chats coming in yet because Clyde wants some look at how cute he is. He wants some hot dog pieces. So how's everybody doing tonight? Let's check out some comments, see what we got. That thing's going to be annoying. How's it going, Aztec King? Outside in Michigan. Yep, this is what I'm up to tonight. Red-pilled Marine, what's up? Yep, good thing to go check into, Tom. I wouldn't wait for the VA to do anything. I'd get on the list. Get, you know what I mean? You could have a appeal, a claim, like this stuff could take you years. I would get onto the registry, get seen, get diagnosed. Even if it's rule out kind of diagnosis, kind of like chronic fatigue syndrome or something like that. Welcome, Will. Welcome to the family. Feel free to ask any question you want. No, a lot of these symptoms, you're not even going to experience them till way afterwards if you looked at that list. I mean, you could have had some of these, but these would fall under presumptive. Yep, parts of human remains. Yep. You're welcome, Angelo. Hi, Judith. Clyde says hello. Oh, you're very cute. Stone boy. Gulf War syndrome. It's all tied in together. I'm digging that. Avatar you got there. Just subbed today. Got good info. Awesome. Jennifer with her new avatar. Yep, I believe so. I don't have firsthand knowledge. I'm not on the. I'm just reading this stuff off for educational purposes. I am not on any registries or anything like that. This is something that you guys are going to. Let's see, and of course the super chat's not coming through. Wow. Well, he still gets to get a snack. Oh, little widgets right here too. Huh. Still, still not working. Well, we get to feed Clyde some hot dogs. You got a super chat. There you go, hot dog. He's happy about that. Thank you. Throw Lisa up on the screen. Puppy treats. You've been fighting for your bipolar. You're diagnosed from VA after leaving the Corps. Yep, it's a fight. Keep fighting. Thanks, David. All right, let's continue on to origins of burn pit symptoms. Previously, veterans were just flat out denied. A grassroots movement of disabled veterans with burn pit symptoms, assisted by media reports and some pressure, put pressure on the government to reevaluate its position. Since that 2011 report came out, the VA has slowly started to accept claims related to burn pit symptoms. And if you think back, with technology now, even in 2011, wow, that's crazy. That was 9 years ago. I think the organization was better. It was the coordinated effort was better. Getting at the media to put pressure on them did a better job. And I'm saying, like, in comparison to Vietnam veterans, with Agent Orange presumptives and stuff like that. Like, it's not all cleaned up by any stretch, but that's how it came apart. Bo Biden was he died of burn pit exposure, he thinks. So that probably helped having him involved in this. So just to happen differently. So whatever, same thing. And I don't want to get into a big political discussion, but yeah, more politicians involved. You're up at the top. All of a sudden, you get one of these guys to throw some weight behind the burn pits, and yeah, all of a sudden we're doing it. So what do we know about burn pits? There's been quite a bit of research conducted on burn pits and the burn pit symptoms that result in humans and animals. Animal testing has revealed overwhelming evidence in the toxicity of burn pits. Yeah, what a shocker, huh? Despite this body of evidence, the Committee on the Long-Term Health Consequences of Exposure to Burn Pits in Iraq and Afghanistan, they instead base comparisons on firefighters and municipal workers. So this fight is far from over. And if you are suffering from burn pits, symptoms and some of the stuff that I listed off, stay after it. This is going to be a fluid situation with claims. And I think somebody at the bottom here, it says, often these toxins were present nearly constantly with human waste in some cases. Just going to see if I can pull that up and see if I can find out who said that. It's going to take too long. Yeah, David said that. So, yep, good call. Or thanks for sharing. Oops. Yeah, and that was pretty much that tells the story to a degree, right? Just chucking stuff in there. Lots of articles about this. Animal carcasses, plastic chemical drums, nylon tires, wires, tarps, batteries, because the Taliban used carbon rods to trigger IEDs. Somebody burned 25 loads of DEET soaked tents and walked around with the taste of smoke in his mouth. Nasty, nasty, nasty stuff. Everything imaginable burned in these pits, turned into ash, and entered our lungs if you were around them. Before I go on to number 4, I'm going to hop over to the comments again, and I'm also going to do a little intermission here and show you my neighbor. I have a big potato field behind me, and I just put together this little clip of just kind of them spraying. Just kind of thought it was funny. I didn't know what was going on. I live in the basement of my house. I would hear this rumbling every, whatever, in July, maybe in August too. And I didn't know what it was. And finally I realized it was a plane hitting the field with stuff. So yeah, I just did this little video of filming my neighbors on the farm. So I'll pop over to this just to give you something to check it out. Get him, Clyde. Go say hi. Go say hi. So I probably should have had my drone out there and got better footage, and I didn't have my zoom lens. But it's funny, my property, I'm on a flat acre, and I back up to this gigantic potato field. So for the most part, the guy that owns it, he rolled in. He's about 82. He rolled up one day, and he's, I'm working on all sorts of stuff, trying to make the killing the weeds, make the grass grow, fixing things, making it, the new guys in town. What's this guy going to be like? So yeah, neighbor's like, yeah, how's it going? To giving me compliments. I was like, yeah, you're a good neighbor, old timer, until that airplane flew over, but it only happened a couple times. But anyway, Clyde goes out there, and it's just kind of funny. He thinks that potato field's like his deal. So he's standing out there barking at those big machines and stuff like that. So anyway, intermission over. Clyde sleeping. Back to burn pits. Let's see. So what do I need to do to report my burn pit symptoms? The VA is collecting all the data. Scientists are still conducting independent research. This sounds like a whole lot of nothing is going on positive for us, huh? Collecting data, research. But firstly, a veteran seeking to report burn pit symptoms should join the over 200,000 others that have submitted information to the burn pit registry. So I suggest that you do this. A lot of this stuff's going to change, but the better you get on that, or the sooner you get on that, the better, in my opinion. And then that information is going to be tracked as well. just symptoms, and as they're, collecting all this data. And again, I just kind of, see this Agent Orange kind of thing. Like, it took so long for the VA to get that going. I mean, the Blue Water Navy stuff broke loose last year, and they're processing Blue Water Navy claims now, like from 62 to 74, 75. So 45 years later. So who knows how long this will take. It seems like they're doing a little sooner than the Agent Orange presumptive stuff. But get in there. It's frustrating. Get your butt to the doctor. Get everything documented. There are Gulf War illness, Gulf War syndrome, unexplained. They're called MUCBs, medically unexplained illnesses. That could be part of this as well. But you have to get this stuff on the record. Go to the VA, go to your private doctor, and get your complaints and your symptoms documented in a medical record somewhere. So when the time comes, it'll be there, and you'll have chronicity of symptoms, being documented for, hopefully it doesn't take, 45 years. But you know what I mean? You have complaints, subjective complaints that you're reporting, and then objective, it turns into objective medical evidence when you obviously have cancer and you're getting treatment for it and stuff. Anyone seeking compensation shouldn't stop there, obviously. The burn pit registry has nothing to do with disability ratings, and a veteran seeking a higher disability percentage still must submit relevant medical evidence to have their rating reevaluated. And I'm going to hop over and check out some comments here. Scroll back up here, see where we're at. Not sure where I left off. It's very disappointing that the super chat didn't work. I'm supposed to have stuff pop up. You're at 94% free consult. Not sure what you're asking there. I don't do consulting, if that's what you're asking. I just sit here and talk about this stuff. A lot of this, I hired a VA Claims Insider to help me with my claim. Lots of different ways you could do this, but you need it. It all comes down to you. You have to live with the results of your claim. So, yeah, consult, get a VSO, lawyer, whatever. Just giving you a heads up. This notion of, I'm just going to put the system on trial and get a lawyer, that ain't going down. The lawyers are not putting any systems on trial. And it's going to take years, but don't give up. Just figure out a strategy, but it starts with you educating yourself. So Will's at 70% with PTSD, which is a common rating for PTSD. If you're lower than 70%, I would think about filing an increase, and you're going to need to provide medical evidence to support it. Hello. You're welcome. And thank you for your service, Will. You were in there in 2008. Yep, you were right in there. Unknown, but get in there. Get into the burn pit registry. Get your claims filed, and get these MUCMEs. Presumptive conditions for Gulf War illness and symptoms. Get everything. You got to start working on it. I don't know where it's going to go with the burn pit registry and what this is going to turn into. But regardless of how long it takes or what's going to happen, you're still going to need medical evidence, and you're going to need to get stuff in your medical records, not necessarily VA medical records, but some kind. Private will work. Good point, Terry. There's a lot, another thing with Gulf War presumptives, like Afghanistan's not even on the list, and Turkey's not on the list. So there's a a lot of these things happen. You're exposed to burn pits in Honduras, so you have a different battle to have. But same thing. Get your complaints and get a doctor to point to the period of time between 90 and 91. You were in Hondo. I was in Desert Storm at that time. Does anyone want French fries all of a sudden? I know these comments are a little. Is my audio off? Oh, forget it. Okay. I'm not really doing a very good job with this. So let's go on to okay. Think better to get that intent to file in tonight. Yep, get your intent to file in. Preserve your effective date. Absolutely. Yeah, just this whole thing, the VA's busy with it. But, the VA being officially busy with something is, they're officially busy with the Blue Water Navy veterans right now, processing those guys because it's just been so long and they're old. Just who knows what's going to happen with how busy they are. Let's go back over. I'm going to throw Clyde a little hot dog. Want more? A couple pieces? Don't choke. Can I get compensation or a VA rating for burn pit symptoms for issues relating to burn pits? That's the burning question, right? The short answer is yes. Long answer is it's just as complicated as most other claims. The burden of proof has always been placed on the veteran to demonstrate exposure or injury that is directly related to military service. As any good military leader will say, you have to get whatever medical ailment documented or it's as it never happened. In burn pit cases, the effects tend to be long-term and might not surface when the victim is still on active duty. So obviously, if you're breathing this stuff in, who knows how many years after you get out when it's going to show up or whatever. But just keep an eye on it. If you're around those things, start logging the complaints now. Even just the fact that you were saying that you were there and getting on the registry. What the VA knows is there were and are burn pits everywhere, Honduras included. And if a veteran was in country, there's no doubt that the exposure to was, questionable burning trash, questionable human remains, batteries, who knows what else, DEET. The problem is the VA must have evidence of direct and prolonged exposure along with related symptoms that match what others have reported and what is generally accepted. That's what makes this kind of tough. So as you are building medical evidence by your subjective complaints and actual symptoms, they're collecting the data, and it's like, they're burning human remains in there. That's going, lots of people have reported that. So it's becoming, I don't know how the VA views it, but you know what I mean? You're helping yourself and you're helping other veterans behind you. They're making progress, huh? While their website still states the research does not show evidence of long-term health problems for burn pits. That's like a joke, but I'm sure you're not laughing. I'm not. Veterans are being paid for their illnesses as a result of their time overseas. Plenty of evidence has become available, and enough policymakers have opened their eyes to ensure families of these wounded veterans are no longer told that skin lesions or tumors are real or aren't service-connected, but you still have to fight. And this is what I was alluding to. The situation just really reeks of Vietnam era veterans dealing with exposure to Agent Orange. I think the internet, YouTube, live broadcasting, we're sharing information, we're building communities like the one we built here, and communicating the importance of getting on these things. Yeah, the burn pit registry isn't going to get you 100% permanent and total now, but it might in the future. But either way, get on it, get your symptoms in there. And not only will you be building medical evidence for yourself, you'll be helping other people, other veterans that come behind you. And you never know how long it's going to take. And I'm going to try to click over to this page here. See if I can get it to come up. Oh. Sorry, more of the same. I don't want to start moving this screen around too much here. Whoops. And I already did it, so I killed it. Let's see. Burn pit. Sorry, burn pit. Google is your friend. So I don't have the URL, but if you type in burn pit registry, it'll go to va.gov. Of course, you get this stupid whatever warning. What you need to know: no cost to participate. Schedule a free health exam. Blah 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 blah. Basically, they say they have over 200,000 participants. It has breakdowns by state. That might be interesting to take a look at. Let's see if we can see what see if we can get the first year data here. And I didn't even look at this stuff. I'm just kind of going down it, talk about it. If you know anything about, if you can add anything to the conversation, please do. Wondering what the by state stuff is. So 124,000 of the registries are veterans, retired, or separated from service. It's an increase of 10,000. 67,000 are currently in the service, Reserve or National Guard. 16,000 of registry participants served in the 1990-91 Gulf War. That was a little different, and I'm not 100% sure, but I know the oil fields, that was gnarly too. I don't know if they're considering those burn pits or if there's other burn pits. I'm sure there probably were. Blast experiences. Just trying to see if smoking behaviors. This is something good to know as well. Smoking, the VA just doesn't look at it. They just look at it as self-destructive behavior. I can't remember the exact terminology. Drinking, they look at, it's similar, but with drinking, if you're drinking to cope with your mental health issues after the fact, they will, stick you with a diagnosis like episodic alcohol use disorder. I got stuck with that. But if you're a little drunk alcoholic between 11 and 18, I'd probably not talk about that too much. You're saying insomnia is common about registry participants. I actually just made a video about 2 days ago at 3:00 in the morning about that. I've got it. It doesn't really have the state breakdown here. I don't know what I was going to expect, so I know you can't. I'm just scrolling through this. Just age. So yeah, look at that. The biggest group is 25 to 30. Well, 35 to 44, then 25 to 34. This is as of 2020. So older guys, 65 plus, it makes sense that that's a small percentage. 55 to 64. and under 25. So yeah, that 25 to 54 range are the biggest numbers. And I see that on my channel as well. It's actually, they kind of do this YouTube stats thing of you guys that are watching the videos and stuff. It's basically like 35 to 65 plus. I'd say most of the people are my age, 45. I'm 52, but like 45 to 65 plus. Okay. I didn't even look at this chronic multi-symptom illness. Here's some of that. That's one of those muck me's. And I have no idea what I'm scrolling into here, so I'm going to get off this page, go back to full screen. Let's see. Answer a few more questions, and I'm going to take a quick little break. I'm getting all fancy. I even have a little intermission screens going. I'm upping my production quality. So, where are you guys? When were you in, and what branch were you in? And I'll start. USAF 88 to 91. Let me know what you were in, and throw it in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, throw it in there. I always like to know who I'm talking to when you served. Thank you for your service. And also, I seem to be doing these things later on at night versus during the day. I'm not sure how many people are on here, 48. Let me know if you guys have any preferred times or dates, or not that I'm going to listen. If I'm feeling it, I usually do it. But I don't want to be like total dickhead. I do want to listen. If weekdays at 9:00 works better, I'm Mountain Time. Let me know some other days. Patriot Kevin says 0506 Ballad burn pit down the road from company area PT and the smoke. Champ 910, what's up? I think I might have covered some of this stuff. An intent to file is you're telling the VA you're intending on filing a claim. If you are intending to file a claim, Judith, I would get an intent to file in now. You could download it and print it out and send it in, or you just go to your va.gov account, log in with your DS login, and it's kind of weird. There's not an intent to file thing. You just file a new claim. After a couple pages, there's a big green button, what kind of claim do you want to file? Do you want to file a claim? Yes, I do. And after about 3 pages, it'll be like, we have received your intent to file. And what that does, that gives you 12 months to build your claim. It doesn't launch any kind of action at all. It just sits there. It's like a placeholder. So as you're learning more about the conditions you have, if it is a burn pit related thing, Gulf War, whatever kind of claim that it is, you'll get your intent to file date preserved. What is it, October 13th or something like that? So, you got October 13th. Might take you a couple months to research and educate yourself and find out who you're going to either do it on your own or vet people. Make sure you vet people, get the right people to help you, whether that's a VSO, VA Claims Insider, whoever it is. Don't just jump on the first person that is going to help you. And then you're going to need to figure out a strategy, which is going to always include medical evidence of some sort. You might even have to, you might realize you didn't make enough complaints yet. You might have to go into the VA and log more complaints and get those in there. But anyway, let's say you're ready to file your claim next July. You file it next July, probably takes 6 months or so. Who knows what it's going to be, what the average time to file a claim is going to be then. But you will get back pay all the way back to tonight. So that's why the intent to file is important. And then, of course, with some of this stuff, as they legislate their way through this, you may file a claim and, get a Gulf War illness, Gulf War presumptive of some sort, or something else. And then whenever they figure all this stuff out, there's probably going to be back pay available as well, kind of like the Blue Water Navy veterans. But even those guys, if they filed a claim and it was denied and appealed and all that kind of stuff, I think they have to file a new claim and then say, hey, Blue Water Navy veteran here. And then it reopens up their old claim from 10 years ago or 20 years ago. So I'm sure it's going to be something goofy like that. You've been tracking the appeal area on some, still see a lot of denials. Yep. Be ready to have your medical documents, buddy letters, nexus letters. Yeah, just be prepared by the looks of it. I would agree with all that, David. And that holds true for any claim, pretty much. Buddy letters are important. They're considered lay statements, after the fact statements. They're medical evidence. You are, as a veteran, legally entitled to write buddy letters and personal statements. And then if you have anybody else that has firsthand knowledge, like a buddy that you serve with in the military, or depending on the situation, if you're doing a sleep apnea claim, your wife or would be a buddy, that can qualify, talking about how you're, choking every night on the sleep apnea stuff. This is a good question. I'd like to know if anybody has one, a burn pit case. I'm guessing it's probably not very many, if any. I would think it's more Gulf War presumptive kind of claims, but don't know. Let me know. I would say that list that I went through, and we could just kind of go back through that. So we're talking about migraines, right? So you started to suddenly get them. Oh, I lost my page. Whoops. I don't know if I could go back. I lost it. Anyway, there's whoops. Get out of this thing. It's my Stream Elements page. If you looked at that list, it's basically all sorts of body parts were affected and are affected. So, just getting migraines after you got out of the desert. I would say that would be a claim you could file all day long, but you're probably going to have to build it as a Gulf War presumptive, or you might even have to stick it on to something else that you already have service connected on a secondary basis. Depending on how long you've been out, I don't know if you're going to be able to get a direct service connection on migraines. I wouldn't go that route until this is fleshed out a little bit more. Yeah, I've talked to quite a few people that have their lungs torn up, COPD, asthma, sleep apnea issues. It just sounds like a nightmare. I have sleep apnea, but I don't have breathing problems. I had somebody describing it to me, and it was just like, I wake up and I have severe chronic fatigue syndrome and chronic pain syndrome. and I'm a Gulf War veteran. Didn't win on a presumptive basis though, but got the rating for all that stuff. So mine has to deal with chronic pain, and I don't get out of bed. He was like, I have that too, but when you do start moving, you're like out of breath, step by step, and then it's like, am I going to just drop dead here on the next step because I can't breathe? So lung conditions, no joke. URI is upper respiratory infection. Thanks, wheelman. Just kind of popping back in. So Kevin was in the Army, 98 to 2007, 12 Charlie. Marine, 2006 to 10. Eric's 76 to 79. Will was in the Army, 85 to 2005. You're in the Navy and the Army from 01 to 2011. Air Force, 93 to 01. Air National Guard, 03 to 06. Yeah, you jumped around a couple different deals. Fire protection specialist from 86 to 92. We were in very similar times. Oh yeah, you have the Hondo stuff, right? David was in the Navy, 95, 98. Reserve 0, 2000 to 2004. 2004 to 2010. Yep, you definitely had a career. Discharged on New Year's Eve, 12/31/1990 from the USMC. Yeah, that was about the time when I was sitting in Turkey, and the buildup, it was just, that was the tail end of Desert Shield. Desert Storm started on January 18th, but yeah, on my New Year's, it was like, damn, it is about to get real out here up in this piece. 01 to 06. Richard, 93 to 2000, 2019. You were in for a long time. 87 to 91. That sounds kind of more like my kind of deal. All right, cool. So, Air Force, 00 to 21. Oh, you've been in for a while. And, wait, is that right? 2000 to 2021? That can't be right. I'm reading that wrong. 87 to 91. 90 to 98, 2000 to 2012. Yeah, and if any of you guys are on active duty, I'll talk about that for a moment. As you're kind of looking through this, a lot of us have been been out for a long time. 3 years, 4 years. Going into the reserves and the guard and stuff after. So a wide variety of serving our country and doing it. And we're picking up disabilities as we go, but we don't know because it's like, yeah, just, suck it up. Don't be a complainer. Don't be a pussy about it. And, put your big boy panties on and let's go. And then you're not making complaints. You're not going to sick hall and stuff like that. So if you're still in, you have a presumptive, which is that first year when you get out. So make sure you have complaints, get a sleep study, get every test that they'll possibly give you, MRIs. You're looking for objective medical evidence. With mental health claims, there's not really the objective medical evidence would be talking to a board certified psychologist and taking psych meds and stuff like that. Orthopedic conditions are, we all have those. So getting MRIs, getting x-rays, getting complaints, trying to documenting the severity of your symptoms while you're still in. So when you get out, you can not do what a lot of us are sitting here doing, trying to figure out, how's this going to work? How am I going to do it? What does medical evidence actually mean? Why is this so damn hard to get? And you could file 54 claims the day you become a veteran, and you'll probably walk away with like 300, 400%, which will make you 100%, and you'll probably get P&T. And this is just general knowledge of wear and tear. If I went back and really thought about the mental health stuff that I was dealing with and the orthopedic conditions I was dealing with and all that, but and I was in the Air Force. I know that's one of the easier ones. You're not, complaining about shin splints and foot problems and, all that kind of stuff in the Marines and Army when you actually do run every single day. I'm drinking Mountain Dew. Yeah, it shows up weird. Might be able to see the... I'm on a green screen, so it shows up kind of weird. Let's see. Fez's Tacoma. You need an avatar. Like a picture of your Tacoma would be good. Yep, that's the point. Anybody on active duty, no matter if you've been in for 3 years and you're getting out, or you made a career out of it, whatever it is, get medical records, your STRs, your service treatment records. Don't procrastinate when you get out. And a lot of this stuff, kind of going back to the burn pit stuff, I could definitely see, whatever, like you're the guy throwing all this stuff in there to burn, throw this in there and that stuff and whatever it was. And, you weren't complaining about what you were breathing. So, as these things come along and you're in service, it's just going to be a lot easier the sooner you start complaining about anything. Okay, you're 40% and you're working with the VA Claims Insider Coach. Perfect. Just finished your CNP. Nice. Hope that went well. What's up, Jeff? Yep, August 1990. I got to Incirlik Air Base August 6th and walked right into Desert Shield. It started August 2nd. David's 50% PTSD rated. You're 10% after my appeal for sleep apnea claim. Going to ask for an increase. Now on meds. Yeah, keep building up that medical evidence, and 50% PTSD rating just is a low rating to me, just my experience, especially since the average is 70. You may not have deficiencies in most areas of your social and work life. It might just affect you a little bit. But I would argue that you're probably not describing your symptoms, but you're obviously, I've seen you talking, David, so you know how this whole thing goes. All right, well, I'm going to throw the Clyde cam on. Big boy, you want some more hot dogs? You're like, these are better than the Minties. Oh, I can't join them. All right, I'm going to wrap this one up a little early and not ramble on for another 45 minutes. This is the 5-minute warning, if you will. Let me know if there's any topics you want to talk about. Let's see if I can get to, I don't know where that thing is. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Can I show this? No, this is locked. Uh, can't do it. Okay. All right. I'm screwing this thing all up. All right. I think I might just end it here. This is what happens when you start screwing around with these screens here. Where is it? Close that. Yeah. So a lot of you guys ask about phone numbers. That's my phone number. I don't answer the phone. I don't answer my. I have a email. I focus on videos, and I'm just better talking to a lot of people and getting you guys thinking. And I engage in the YouTube comments. I do this on purpose. It's about growing this community for me. I know you guys want to talk to me and stuff like that. And I'm no problem if you want to talk about a non-claim related stuff. Hey, what's going on? Maybe do this. Just, if you want to talk about claims, just talking to me. I don't work for VA Claims Insider. I'm not a veteran coach. If that's what you're wanting, consulting, education, strategy, sign up at combatcraigwins.com and get to a veteran coach and one of our veteran coaches. We'll get with you and let's see, like Terry did here. So she's working with a veteran VA Claims Insider coach, and she's taking action and moving her claim forward. You and I could just talk, and as much as I like to talk, it's just not going to move your claim forward anywhere. So, if you got something non-claims related, give me a call. I'd love to talk to you for a few minutes and get any tips, suggestions, whatever. If you want to move your claim forward, VA Claims Insider is just one option. Let's see what else. Regardless of what you do, you can only do anything about your claim before you file it. So once you file it, it's done. Like you don't change course. You're on a course. You might be coming onto this stream right now and like, I think I filed a claim with no medical evidence, and I probably shouldn't have filed 25 things to see what sticks up against the wall. There's nothing you can do about that at this point. So those kinds of conversations with me, I get into those every now and then, and they're like literally pointless because you filed a claim, you're having doubts about it, or you're in the appeals process, or you think you're going to get denied. Your mental health problems are getting acting ups. You're going to get mine acting up. But it's literally all speculation. You have to wait for a decision letter, get your actual denial, if that's what it's going to be. You don't even know that it's going to be a denial. I mean, you may pretty much know, but you don't know until you know. This is a chess game, right? So you made your move, you filed a claim. You didn't learn how to file a proper claim. You didn't learn about medical evidence. Totally get it. I made that mistake 3 times before I finally got it. Took 27 years. But you have to go through the process. You have to wait for your 6 months, go to your 20 million C&P exams, and be frustrated and wait and all that kind of stuff. And then decide if you want to appeal it. If you have a lawyer and you're on appeal and you're on year 3, that's just where you are right now. I can't help you at all with any of that kind of stuff. So the best part is educate yourself before you file a claim and be careful and run it by somebody. And hopefully that somebody knows about the VA claims process. I have a lot of smart people that are involved in this community. And I think that's all I have to say about that. I guess I'll keep going a little bit. Yeah, so I'm not trying to be a dickhead with the phone number and the emails. It's literally all about the comments and growing this YouTube channel. It's enough just doing that. So this works for me. People are like, well, you know a lot. I don't know a lot. I just started a year and a half ago. I read, I educate myself, I learn what I learn, and then I just come on and talk about it. And I'm wrong often, but that's not going to stop me from growing this community. I think I help more people by just running with something than if I was just really cautious and worried about every word that comes out of my mouth. So now I'm rambling again. Can't remember what my point was. Uh, but yeah, I guess my whole point there was if you're about ready to file a claim, educate yourself, get the right help, whatever that looks like. Definitely going to need medical evidence. It might be sitting in your VA records. It might be in your service treatment records, but don't let it be might. Know that it is, and get medical evidence. Go to a private doctor. It's relevant. You're going to need that stuff. If you're in the appeals process or you've been denied once, I have my little C file here handy. Get this. This is your claims file. This is what you're fighting against, especially if you've been denied 2 or 3 times. You're going to really like this. Remember these things? It's a CD. Takes about a year to get right now. Get your claims file. Mine's got a couple thousand pages. I read through it and look at my mistakes. And if you're filing your 4th tinnitus claim, you're going to see the denials. You're going to see, you might see inconsistencies in the way you were describing how you got your tinnitus. But if you're trying to go on memory and you don't have a file cabinet with all this stuff in it, it'll be in your C file. And you're literally changing your story around. You're all over the board. There's no consistency. You get into what they call malingering, which is basically they're calling you a liar. You're contradicting yourself. These are all not good things when you're trying to prove a claim. Diet Mountain Dew. Yeah, not me. Straight up Mountain Dew. %10 for tinnitus, 0% for migraines, pending C&P for increase, then bone spur to SSD claim. Sounds like a strategy to me. You were in Desert Shield and Desert Storm as well. Yep. Good fun stuff, huh? You're an Air Force military medic. Let's see. Yep, that's what we're trying to do here. Long live and prosper. And yeah, it's just kind of funny that you say that. The way that statement hits me is, yeah, I mean, I'm not like some rich guy, but I can afford to live. I moved out of an expensive state. I live in Idaho. Like literally my neighbors are potatoes, and I don't know what they do during the winter. I'm sure they were pretty quiet when they were growing. So there's places you can move and live on for $3,100 a month. So that's going to help me live longer, live more stress-free because I can pay my mortgage and my truck payment and all that kind of stuff. Appreciate that. Show up with an avatar next time. Awesome. CNP is a compensation and pension exam. When you file your claim, there's like a 99% chance that you're going to say you have a condition, and the VA rater that is rating, or one of the Veterans Service representatives that's working your claim, adjudicating it, is going to send you to a compensation and pension exam to verify what you're saying is correct. Veterans are awesome. You and me both. We both learned the. I think ANA's. I think you guys are talking about aid in attendance. I think. I'm not sure. No, I'm not familiar with the used auto grant. I just bought a truck. Let's see. Welcome. I do what I do. Yes, thank you, Fernando. 8 in attendance. Sorry, when and I'll just show you guys. I do this every now and then, just so you know what I'm doing. So it's like this is what I'm looking at. So I'm over here looking at the comments, and it's like, "You rock, Craig." So I click on it, and then it pops on the screen here. So I have a lot of stuff going on. You know, if I want to go show the potato video, I click. If I want to click on Clyde, I click over here. So I can swip these are called scenes. I can have multiple cameras. So I have a lot going on when I'm doing this live broadcasting stuff. So it's interesting and fun stuff. And I'm not sure why I showed you that, but just thought you guys, any of you geeks out there, I'm definitely a tech geek. Malingering it is, yes. Yep, in the big sandbox. Oh, you're in Utah, huh? We're neighbors. Awesome. What's up? All right, you guys, I'm going to take off. I will see you in the next video. And yep, burn pit registry. This is just, I mean, it's not just starting, but if it's anything compared to what Vietnam veterans dealt with Agent Orange and all the different, the rainbow herbicides, Agent Orange, blue, white, there's a bunch of them. Get that stuff going now. So when they finally Congress actually does something, you'll have a claim to stick it on. So I will see you guys in the next video.